Jolene. All right, what are we talking about? And I like that. Darling, how do we get back into this? Last looks. Hi, I'm Taylor-Alexis, and this is a safe place to talk dangerously about life lessons in your 30s, wellness, and film. So if you're new, welcome, and if not, welcome back. You know, you gotta take time for yourself, because life be lifing. So anyways, today I wanna talk about getting serious about your health. When you hit 30 and up, I know it's gonna be like a broken record on this channel. Who cares? We're talking about our 30s. But when you hit that 30 threshold and you're climbing up there, you're slowly approaching 40, things change. What you do in your 30s can absolutely affect your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, 70s, 80s, and so on, right? Because we said the same thing about our 20s. Like, woo, had I did some things different in my 20s, maybe I'd be in a different place in my 30s, but you know what? It's all part of the journey. But we're here to talk about getting serious about your health. So I'm no stranger to caring about health. I think, you know, once you have one health scare, you're kind of like, woo, like you're trying not to be super or hyper vigilant, but you know, it is what it is. But anyways, as you get older, you know, I don't necessarily believe that it's your metabolism per se, like that's like the only thing that slows down. I think sometimes your lifestyle slows down. I feel like when you're like, you know, in your late teens, like 18, 19, and then you get into your 20s and stuff, you're kind of just like going fast paced. So, you know, maybe the burger and fries you had on Friday night won't catch up to you as quickly as it does now, right? So yeah, let's I sound like I'm in denial about these changes, but no, it's fine. Like I feel like, sidebar, I've gained some weight and I like it. I want to tone it a bit, but I like it. I'm like, ooh, hey girl, how you doing? But yeah, you know, like the common complaints about being 30 is your lower back, your knees hurt, yada, yada, yada. Woo, I'm telling you, I feel like 30 is very young on the scale of like life. So where do you start? If you have health insurance or you live in a state or a city or a country where you can go see a PCP, your primary care physician, and get a physical. If I were to go back in time and had like a big sister tell me something, that is where you go with all your complaints. Before you book that appointment for your physical, maybe just jot down everything that any ailment that you felt in the last year or so or a couple 6 months, write it down, because that is the quickest way. I don't know if that works for all insurance companies, but go to your PCP to get the referral first and then go to a specialist. Because if you go straight to the specialist, you're gonna be paying more. And I have nightmares, like PTSD from like medical bills. Because I didn't know. I'm just a girl. I'm kidding. I know people take offense to that. Actually, that, okay? I'm not coming back on here to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. No, it's a joke. Y'all know I'm serious and you know when I'm playing. So I'm just a girl. But yeah, assessing your health requires you to be in tune with your body, right? Aside from going to your PCP, like there's just certain things, like you've lived in your body. I think you might know yourself a little bit better than your PCP or anything like that. And you can say to yourself, something doesn't feel right. So I'm gonna jot that down. We'll take heed, but listening to your bodies. So part of that self-assessment would be looking at how much sleep you're getting, your eating habits, and then your stress levels, right? Life be lifing. So sometimes stress can be the biggest culprit for pain and chronic diseases and things like that. So, you know, take a look at your life and see like, where are you being stressed out the most? Where are you being triggered? Why am I stuttering? Where are you being triggered? You know, and then for eating habits, you know, let's take a look at what are you eating? Like when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you're doing? Are you shoving or like, are you gulping down a cup of coffee before you have a glass of water? You know, are you drinking enough water throughout the days? What are your meals like? What does your breakfast consist of? If it's heavy, is it like super healthy? What is going on? You know, what time of the day are you eating like dinner per se, right? I know some people have some strange rules. Actually, strange is not the word I want to use. But I know some people have some rules where they don't eat after 7 p.m. Or some folks, super extreme, they don't eat after 1 p.m. and they kind of fast for the rest of the day. And I think, you know, you got to do what works best for you. Obviously, don't just jump into a fast if you have no idea where your health is at. Would not recommend. I'm not speaking from experience, just, trying to put that out there. Just really take a look at what you're doing when it comes to eating. I can speak from experience. There's been plenty of times in my life where I was a stress eater, baby. Like, oh my God, no, I got this long to-do list. I need Dunkin' Donuts, or I need, a burger, Shake Shack, Chick-fil-A, something. I would just get whatever. I need a cookie. And, I've never really been a snack person per se. And I think that has something to do with, I correlate it to growing up with a grandparent, because they're usually at the age or the stage in life where they're not really having so many sweets. So I didn't really grow up like that. So it wasn't until I got into a relationship with someone that I began to be, the person that enjoyed chocolate. And it's, okay, we're going off the rails. But so your stress levels, eating habits, and then your sleep quality. Now, are you getting enough sleep? Is your sleep interrupted? 6 to 8 hours. Yes, ideal. 8 would be great. But if you can somewhere muster around 7, that's ideal. Those 3 things I think will help with assessing where you are in health, and then also with, whatever blood work, urine samples, all that stuff, anything that you get back from the doctor. So I'm just going to keep stressing this. For your physical, that is the time to go and just lay it on them thick. Anything that's been bothering you, get her done. Allergy tests, you need to see a dermatologist. You need to go see ear, nose, and throat specialist. Whatever, get it done there. Tell them everything. I know a lot of the times everyone thinks that it's just about exercise, and it's like, that's not even the majority of it. I would say it's 20, 30%, right? Sure, we'll roll with that. But a lot of the times it's what you eat. And I wanted to kind of get into nutrition. I know it's not fun to be healthy or to eat healthy. And I think there's been a lot of debate whether or not, eating healthy foods is cost effective. But I promise you, when you start cooking for yourself more and focusing on whole foods, like the fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and that kind of stuff, it becomes a lot easier to make that a lifestyle. And then your body starts readjusting to that. So when you do have your cheat days or whatever, and you have, I don't know, if you want to say I had Taco Bell, or you had, why am I shouting out all these companies? You had a burger, if you had some tacos, you had something greasy or whatever, you will feel the difference. Speaking from experience, I got to a point where whenever I have period cravings or something, I want something greasy. I want a pepperoni pizza with extra cheese, or pineapples and pepperoni. It's really good. Don't knock it. Or pepperoni and green peppers. Again, off topic, but I can feel the difference within my body. And I just kind of was like, you know what? I feel sluggish. I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to make this a habit. And I'm gaining weight here and And it's ridiculous. So also too, I think ordering food through DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, whatever, it has become so annoying. It's I order food so I don't really have to talk that much or give them instructions. And it's just sometimes it's just better if I just cook or go get it myself. Also, DoorDash, I don't know if you guys saw that article where they were not giving the tips. I think it was in the state of New York. They were not giving the tips to the DoorDashers. What kind of shit? We really need to get rid of the tipping culture in America. But I'm not going to go there. That's another YouTube channel for another day. But yeah, and then another thing, of course, portion control. I know it's hard. I know it's, trust me, especially, I told you, I used to be a stress eater. I'm retired. Doesn't mean I can slip back into it. But, I think portion control is necessary to keep health levels. And I don't know. I find that whenever you talk about health or wellness, it's such a sensitive topic, but I think sometimes a little tough love is needed, right? And I've given myself a lot of tough love too. Like, girl, did you need to, double that cheeseburger? Or did you need like the large fries? Go with the little fries. Go get the regular, whatever. Five Guys, I don't know what the difference is. Again, why are we mentioning fast food companies? I don't know. Maybe subconsciously I want one. But, and healthy snacking. That one takes discipline. And I think you have to be mindful as well. Because, like, sometimes when you're, I don't know, maybe like, I guess like working from home, the fridge is right there. And you're like, I could go have some ice cream. Or I could go have a cookie. Or da-da-da-da, I could do this and eat that. And you're like, wait, hold on. Like, why don't I just have a meal? Or why don't I just get some healthy snacks? So I'd say a life hack is just don't have it at home. If you don't have willpower, like if you have freedom, you no adult supervision at this teenage age of 35, just don't keep the snacks there. Don't do it. It's just all downhill. Trust me. Take it from me. And then lastly, with nutrition, stay hydrated. Water is the adult drink. And we'll talk about alcohol in another video. However, your body can feel it. When you wake up, have a glass of water. When you eat something, have a glass of water. And you can have your juice and all that other stuff too, but just try. I mean, my little tip, I have a Stanley cup, and I know you're supposed to probably put, actually, I don't even know what you're supposed to put, whatever you want in there, but I usually just fill it up with ice water, and I try to drink at least 2 or 3 of those a day. To get through the day, to have the energy. And trust me, you feel it, baby. You got to move your body. End of story. You have to move your body. Like I said, when we hit our 30s, life starts to slow down. We have more responsibilities. Maybe you're working more. Maybe you're taking care of others and things like that. But life slows down a bit. So does your activity. So if you can carve out time in the morning and afternoon or lunch, whatever works best for you to get some exercise in, go for it. I like to do 5 times a week of like strength training and lifting weights, and I also do cardio after I do the strength training. And then on weekends, because I don't know, like I find that I got to keep going. Like I can't take the days off. So my rest is like, it's like non-active. Yeah, sure. So I'll do like cardio. Maybe I'll go on a treadmill. Maybe I'll go for a walk and get my steps in, that way that I'm still moving my body and we're doing things. And then, I always like to talk to my ladies, because, we have different phases that we go through every freaking week compared to men. So listen to your body. So, if you're closer to your period, you want to, dial a little bit back on the cardio and switch out, the cardio for maybe yoga, Pilates, stretching, something like that, a brisk walk. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so I know when we think of wellness and health, nowadays we're starting to think more about mental health, and I love that, but I just want to emphasize that as an entire topic. Speaking from personal experience, when I have this routine of getting up in the morning, I'll have coffee or tea, depending on, what the day is, what the vibe is, whatever I'm feeling. And then I'll sit, journal for my mental health, do like a brain dump. And I've spoken about the app that I use. It's called Day One. Hopefully I can get a sponsor with them one day. Don't even know if they do that, but let's just put it out there in the universe. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And, I just kind of download anything that I'm feeling, and then I go exercise. So I'm working out my brain, and I'm also working out my body before I even talk to people, all before like 9 a.m. Okay? Shoot, sometimes I don't even want to talk to people before 10. Like, could you give me a minute? But that's like LA life, okay? And let me just say, it has been so hard to adjust to, the slower life. Like, I like it, I do, but sometimes I'm like, yo, I'm up at 5 a.m. What do you mean I can't go to a supermarket? What do you mean you're not open? Costco, why are you open at 10? Okay, all right, regroup. And then when life gets stressful, like sometimes it's best to get out of your comfort zone. Like, go explore in your city or travel, go for a walk, a hike, go swimming if it's available. Try like a new thing. And that actually leads me to my next topic. So with focusing on your health and getting serious about it too, sometimes you have these opportunities where you get to build a new support system within the confines of health and wellness, right? And what does that mean, Taylor? What are you even talking about? This all sounds like whatever that word is. But I'm talking about like joining a fitness club or taking fitness classes where you can get to talk to other people and meet other people that actually are doing the same thing or like it, or they're trying other things out as well. So then, it's like this little community of, let's say, hikers, a little community of tennis players, a little community of swimmers, little community of people that enjoy aerial silks. Whatever floats your boat goes. And you never know, you might get an accountability partner. Now, I have mixed feelings on those because I feel as if your accountability partner, while it's great to have somebody else backing you up, but I think your number one accountability partner should be yourself. So you should be self-motivated, right? Remembering your why. Why am I getting serious about my health? I'll tell you mine, and we can share yours in the comments. I don't have kids yet, right? I don't have a family. So it's like, I want to make sure that I am my healthiest so that childbirth is great. I can keep up with the toddlers at the park. I can get a dog and we can, I'm not out of breath if the dog is, running faster than me. You know what I mean? I do it for vain reasons, right? I want to look good. You look good, you feel good, you'll do well, I want to look great on a beach. Oh, and my other number one reason is because so many issues, so many ailments happen within the body because of your core. So if you got your core under control, bye-bye lower back pain from sitting all day and editing or typing on a computer and staring at a screen, So just remembering your why. Let's wrap. It's, it's time to get serious about your health. And it's not just, looking healthy. It's actually feeling good about what you're doing. Because when you look in that mirror and you look at, your blood work and urine sample results and all that stuff, and you take a look at that, that's who you are on the inside. I don't know. Remember that. Okay, roll with me, y'all. We're just easing on into this. We're gonna batch some content, so let's just get warmed up. But yeah, so focus on the nutrition, stick to the whole foods, not necessarily the grocery store, but whole foods in itself. Focus on your mental health, get that physical activity in, find a support system, and remember about the mind. So keep yourself motivated. I love you all. If this was your jam, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you back here next time in a safe place that's so dangerous today with Taylor-Alexis. Okay, bye. I don't know what that was, but we're gonna keep rolling.